Today, my competition partner and I argued the finals of the Vleck Moot Court competition. We've been preparing since September. This was our 6th round, and today we argued the finals in front of Justice Alito of the Supreme Court, Judge Kavanaugh of the DC Circuit, and Judge Livingston of the 2nd Circuit. The questions were, of course, difficult, and there's some anxiety there because it's a Supreme Court justice, but at the end of the day, they were great people and funny and encouraging, and you could kind of see them hoping that you did well.
I like to consider today the day I became an attorney. I haven't graduated law school yet, and I haven't passed the bar, but this experience will be a day that I remember for the rest of my life. It was just really fun to present before a justice and these other judges.
The performance of our students today was top-notch, and I have seen a lot of moot court competitions. I participated in moot court competitions as a student. The one thing that really distinguished this above others was the poise of every single one of the oral advocates. All 4 were unbelievably good.
Well, I think the setting and the event was very similar to what happens in the real world, with difficult questions being posed by real judges and having to think about the implications of the position, the difficulties of your position. So I think it was very much a real world setting. They are well prepared to go out and do the same kinds of things.
My advice to any 1L who's coming in and considering doing an oral advocacy competition is just to do it. Whether or not you think you want to be a litigator or an appellate attorney, speaking eloquently about the law to not only people who are well trained in the law, but to ordinary people is one of the main parts of our job. Every time you fail, you learn from that and you get better. So I would say to everyone now that you should take advantage of these opportunities while you're in law school before the stakes are really high.
I think that this competition will help me prepare for a future as a litigator. I want to be a prosecutor, and I've learned a lot about standing up and not being afraid of a judge and walking through a legal analysis in a verbal way. What I will take from today is the image of Judge Livingston smiling and nodding and non-verbally saying, it's going to be okay, you're going to get through it, and we did.
I would say definitely do these types of competitions if a 1L is curious about doing a moot court or a mock trial or client counseling. They're great actual experience, and you have this ability to practice before going out into the real world and having to do it for a client, and it's as close as you can get to being in the real world and doing this.
I will say that I've been at GW for 9 years, and this is definitely my only at GW moment. I never imagined when I started here that this would be me on the stage, but even coming in as a 1L, this was to me the epitome of being at GW and having access to federal judges here in the city, but of course also getting to attend real Supreme Court arguments, and now to be part of a fake one is really wonderful.